So a few days ago, me and the book club girlies went on a little book shopping trip and we may have done some damage. So I thought I would A, take you along for the book shopping journey, if you will, and B, show you my haul because it's quite an exciting one, I think. We are going back to one of my favourite places on the planet. It is a book warehouse called 66 Books. It's a massive wholesale warehouse. I don't actually know what wholesale means, so I don't know if that's correct. It's basically a warehouse where they get the stock of publishers that maybe didn't sell or they over-ordered, things like that. And then once a month or occasionally twice a month, they open to the public to sell their books for 70% off. So brand new books, 70% off the retail price. It's a pretty good deal. And somehow it's really close to my house, which is very exciting. This is, I don't know, maybe the third time that I've been. I love it. We all love it. It's a very exciting trip. So I thought I would take you along. So we will roll that footage and then we will come back and we will do my book haul. Enjoy.
Pick a movie. I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi. Or we'll go downtown. With our best moves we can boogie. Oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us. Na 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 na.
Welcome back in. Welcome to the book haul portion of this video. I will say this time that we went to 66 Books was probably the first time that I've been where I didn't see things that I was super excited about, in the sense that in the previous times I've been, I've seen books that I was really looking for and like had on my list and I had heard things about. There were definitely popular books there, but I either already owned them or wasn't necessarily interested in picking them up. I saw a lot of popular romance books, but I'm on a romance book buying ban because I own enough and I don't really read that many, so no more romance books being bought anytime soon. So I didn't pick up any of those, but there were quite a few. But sometimes I see books that, you know, are on my immediate list that I really want to get. Didn't this time, which that's kind of like how it works. They always say when you go into the warehouse, they do a little speech for you to talk you through it. They always say it's a working warehouse, so there kind of is what there is, and you just kind of have to play the game, and you go sometimes and there are things that you want, and other times you go and maybe there's not, if that makes sense. But all of that ramble, all of that preface was to say that the books that I've picked up, I have not heard of any of them. Okay, maybe that's not true. Maybe I've heard of one or two of these books, but not really. They're not necessarily huge on BookTok. Whereas often I feel like I come back with like massive popular BookTok books. I feel like this time is a little bit different. I've picked up some books based on covers and blurbs. I've gone a little bit more rogue, which I think is exciting. I'm excited to chat through some books that hopefully you guys also won't have heard of, but some books that I haven't heard of, which I feel like is fun, and I'm hoping we find some gems. I will say I have accidentally picked up some books with very low ratings, which is scary, but equally, some of my favourite books of all time have terrible averages on Goodreads. So we don't judge based on that, we make our own opinions. And with all that in mind, I'm still very excited about the books that I got, and I'm going to chat you through what I've got. So let's get on into it. Let's start off with one of the books that I actually have heard of, kind of. This is The Rabbit Hutch. I always see this at my library and I'm tempted to pick it up and then never quite did. This is apparently a Waterstones exclusive edition. I don't know what makes it exclusive. I have just seen that the font is tiny. That's fine. That's fine. This is a literary fiction. Okay, so it looks like we're following, it says low-cost housing complex in an industrial centre, and then we're following an 18-year-old who has recently gotten out of foster care. It says it's set over 1 week in July. It really doesn't say a whole lot, I can't lie. It says The Rabbit Hutch is a savagely beautiful and bitingly funny snapshot of contemporary America. That's kind of all it says, and we're following an 18-year-old. who's just gotten out of foster care. It does look like it's won quite a few awards. It won the National Book Award for Fiction. It won the Waterstones Debut Fiction Prize, along with a bunch of others and a bunch of nominations. As I say, there wasn't anything that I was super like excited about when I was going around 66, so I was kind of just reading blurbs, going off vibes. I don't know, I can't actually remember what made me pick this one up. I think maybe because I kept just being tempted to get it from the library, I thought may as well just get it. Hopefully I like this. If anyone's read it, let me know. As I say, I don't know a whole lot about any of these books, so we're praying, we're hoping that the vibes are good. Oh, should we quickly check its Goodreads? Okay, this is one of the more popular ones. It has 35,000 ratings and it's averaging a 3.51. Interesting. That is book number 1. Okay, the next one I am actually really excited about. Hadn't heard of it until I went to 66 Books, but I actually saw this last time I was there, didn't get it, thought about it, and this time I was like, do you know what? That cover is stunning. And the first line of this blurb just got me. So we have Rosewater by Liv Little. Is this book cover not stunning? This is another literary fiction, and this first line just got me. It says, Elsie is sexy, funny, and fiercely independent, but at just 28, she is also tired. And then it goes on to say that she is working long hours for minimum wage at the neighborhood gay bar, which, listen, a lot of that is very similar to what I'm doing in my life. Not calling myself sexy, but I do work for minimum wage at a bar, so, you know, similar vibes. I'm also tired. I don't know anything about this book, but just quite a lot of the blurb sounded very relatable. I'm hoping it might give maybe Rachel Incident kind of vibes, where it's very much a book about being in your 20s and struggling, and I don't know, just from quickly reading over the blurb, it sounded like it might. It says that it deals with family struggles and being continually rejected from jobs, fear of making money, like, I just think it sounds very relatable, and the cover is absolutely everything. It also has a blurb by Coco Mellors, who wrote, oh, what was it called? Cleopatra and Frankenstein, which I absolutely adored. So I feel like that is always a good sign. And it says it's a story about love in all of its forms. No idea if it actually does give the Rachel Incident vibes. It just kind of gives me that energy. It's a literary fiction, or maybe like a contemporary fiction. But I have high hopes that this is something, hopefully, I can really relate to. I guess we're gonna see. My dog has recently had surgery. He's fine, but it means he's on like special feeding patterns to give him his medication, so bear with. Okay, next we have a book that I picked up, put down, picked up again, put down again. Eventually I just went with it because, I don't know, the cover's stunning. It's another book that I think I might potentially find relatable. We have The Turnout by Megan Abbott. Firstly, round of applause for this cover. Absolutely stunning. Were some of these cover buys? Maybe. I don't know. This one follows ballet dancers, and if you don't know, I did used to be a dancer. Not professional, but I basically trained, oh, this is probably long and boring. I basically, when I was training to be an actor, had to train in ballet, jazz, tap, contemporary, all of the jazz. Including jazz. Lots of my best friends are professional dancers. I worked with professional dancers. Like, basically I spend a lot of time training as a dancer, and I can dance, but I'm not like a professional ballerina. But I went through professional training, is basically what I'm trying to say. So this book is set at a professional ballet school. So I just thought maybe, I don't know, maybe another relatable one. I don't know. It's really difficult to say that a book's going to be relatable before you've read it, but I guess the blurbs maybe resonated with me. This one follows Dara and Marie, and they are trained ballet dancers, and I think their mother owns a dance school. And then it says their parents die tragically in an accident, and then I think years later these two girls are now running the school that their mother used to run. And then I think it's a thriller. It says there's a suspicious accident during the annual performance of the Nutcracker, and it says a season of competition, anxiety, exhilaration, and an interloper arrives and threatens the delicate balance. I've never heard of this book. I like a thriller. I've been through dance training. I just think it might be a fun one. I might resonate with it. Again, I might not. Who knows? But the cover's stunning, if nothing else. Let's have a quick look at the Goodreads. Oh, I forgot to do this for Rosewater. Let's have a look at both. If anyone cares, I care. Okay, Rosewater, 4,000 ratings, 3.63. And the Turnout, 22,000 ratings, 3.11 average. So we'll see, who knows. Next is a book that I think I have heard of, but only kind of maybe in passing, like I'm aware of the book, but I didn't really know what it was about. We have Burnt Sugar, which was shortlisted for the 2020 Booker Prize. And this book is something to do with a relationship between a mother and a daughter. It says it's a tale of obsession and betrayal, which immediately love. I love a book about obsession, particularly anything to do with like a woman obsessed. I find that so interesting. It says that this book slowly untangles memory and fiction that binds together two women, revealing the truth that lies beneath. Again, not a blurb that gives you very much. Something about a literary fiction blurb, they never really tell you anything, but that's okay, we trust in the process. Relatively short book, it's only just over 200 pages. Let's have a quick cheeky look at the Goodreads. Me saying that I don't care what the Goodreads rating is and then looking them up for every single book, I'm just always interested. We have 25,000 ratings and a 3.26. I will say literary fictions always seem to have lower ratings. I don't really know why. I think it's because it's such a broad genre, you maybe don't necessarily know what you're getting going into it. So when a literary fiction has a lower rating, I tend not to worry so much. Whereas if it's something a bit more genre-based and it's got a lower rating, I pay more attention. I probably would still read the book if I'm interested, but I would pay more attention, if that makes sense. But I feel like plenty of my favourite literary fiction books have like really quite bad averages. And that's just like people like different things. So that doesn't worry me too much. Again, not really heard a lot about this one. As I say, there really is a theme in this video, but I'm hoping this could be good. It was shortlisted for the Booker, so that's got to mean something, right? What's the first sentence? I would be lying if I said my mother's misery has never given me pleasure. That is a great opening line. I think that's actually why I bought it. I'm pretty sure I read that in the shop. Okay, Burnt Sugar. That is book number 4. And then a book that I have truly never heard of, but I don't know, I just thought could be fun. We have a book called Honey. This is described on the front as like Daisy Jones soaked in Britney Spears. We're set in 1997 and we're following a girl called Amber Young, and it says she gets an opportunity that loads of people would die for to join a girl group called Cloud9. And she quickly finds herself like in this orbit of famous people, rising stars. And I think she meets a man called Wes, who is a member of the biggest boy band in the world. And then it says that she embarks on a solo career, so I'm assuming we've like jumped a few years. And I think it's like to do with the struggles of fame. I don't really know, but I really, really enjoy books about fame and music and like band culture. I absolutely adore. So I don't know, again, have never heard of this, but I just think it could be super up my alley. The chapters look short. Yep, this is a recipe for a good time. I don't know, if anyone has read any of these books, please let me know, because as I say, I very much picked a lot of them up on a bit of a whim, but I just feel like this could be a good time. We have 13,000 ratings and a 3.44. Okay, I'm excited for this one. I just feel like it could be super up my alley. I love a book about fame, I really, really do. Okay. I will report back to you if this is anything like Daisy Jones, because I know a lot of you adore that book, and I'm excited. There we go. Quite a short and sweet video today, but those are the 5 books that I bought from 66 Books. As I say, the theme of today's video was very much books that I have not heard of. Let me know if you guys have heard of any of these books. Let me know if you've heard good things. Hopefully. I feel like hopefully they should all be up my alley. 5 literary fictions. I'm really trying to add to my literary fiction collection because I've realised for somebody who reads primarily literary fiction, I'm running very low at the moment. I have so many thrillers, so many romances, quite a few fantasy. I think I've just read through my literary fiction collection. So I'm kind of like stocking up almost because we're getting low, which is worrying. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. I would love to have you like the video, comment, all of that fun stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. I love you, goodbye!